Hi, welcome to the Bye-Week, the bi-weekly sportscast on UTD TV. I'm Mr. Busios.
And I'm Hannah Steiner.
Sadly, guys, this is our last sportscast of the semester. I know you're going to miss us so much. I don't want to get too teary or emotional, but it's been great working with you, Hannah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody who's worked with us, including our producer, Linda, who went to Baylor
and is currently texting.
Yes, but anyways, let's get into the swing of things here. So our clubs have had a lot of success recently.
You know, our club sports are really one of our strengths here at UTD, and we find success in a lot of different places, like table tennis. Our table tennis team. You know, you always see those guys in the SU, or I've come across them out in the atrium, and They did really well. You know, they ranked 7th nationally. I did not know there was nationals for table tennis, but there is, and we did really, really well at that. You know, we had one of our women's players, Lynn Hong. She placed 8th overall, in the nation, and one of our guys placed 32nd.
Yeah, so Cypher Murray was in the top 32.
Which, that's awesome, and they traveled to Wisconsin for that. So super cool. Like, congrats to table tennis. I need to learn.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, I talked to them and they definitely put a lot more work into it than the stereotype of that it's just look at them, it's just a game. But no, it's really a competitive sport. The swimming team, they also did really well. They were 45 out of 75 teams at their national competition in Atlanta, and this last Saturday they won their league actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they went up against a bunch of teams that were here from around Texas.
Weren't those teams also a lot bigger? I know our team only has 15 members.
Yes, yeah, and the women's team, our women's team only has 5 members. Wow. And they won the overall for women.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they even beat some teams that we like to talk about sometimes, Baylor. They did a great job.
That's awesome. You know, we also had gymnastics.
Yeah.
Now our gymnastics team is really good. I know you've met a couple of them.
Yeah.
But we had Tommy Trompeter, one of the guys. He won 1st overall in the prelims for what was it?
Well, he was
for all around. It was for all around, and then he won it nationally.
Yeah, he was the national championship. He was the national champion rather in the all around, as well as the national champion in the high bar and the rings. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we actually got to go yesterday to Eagles Wings Athletics in Allen, where Tommy and the rest of the UTD gymnastics team, they practiced, and we got to hang out with them a little bit, and they showed us the ropes. Hey guys, we're here in Eagles Wings Athletics here in Allen, Texas with Tommy Trumpeter, the national all-around champion, as long as the national champion in the high bar and the rings. Tommy, thanks for having us out here.
Appreciate you coming.
So what is it like out here when you're actually practicing? What kind of work are you putting in?
Yeah, so we get here, we try to get here about 7 every night and stretch for a little bit, and then we hit the equipment, work on routines, skills. Then we usually end with a bunch of conditioning, strength work. So that's kind of how practice goes.
Yeah, so it's a lot you're putting in.
Yeah, we try to come as many days a week as we can to get as good as we can get.
Yeah, so I know for you, being able to be the national champion over at your event was in Philadelphia, right?
Philadelphia, yep.
Yeah, so what was that like for you?
It was an amazing experience. We had gone to nationals a couple years now in a row, and had some success as a team and individually, but yeah, to win the all-around, it was a dream come true.
Yeah.
Something you trained for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a good experience.
So what does this mean for UTD gymnastics as a whole?
It's great for us, for our program. Just to get some recognition.
Yeah.
Not only on the national stage, but within the school, to try and recruit young, upcoming gymnasts to join our club and have some fun.
Awesome. So now you're going to show us a little bit what you do. So what are we looking at today?
Well, we got a couple of us here. So for me, I put some grips on. I'll swing on the bar for a little bit, and then if you want me to do anything else, I'd be more than happy to.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's do it.
Sure.
I know what the thing is good back. And I'm going to be trying to do the parallel bars. Hopefully, I don't die. Let's see what happens.
Do a flip.
So, as you can see behind me, we're at the trampolines. We're gonna do some jumps. They're gonna do some jumps. We're gonna jump around. Let's see what happens.
Do a flip. Oh!
Hey guys, so we're here with Alex Fuchs, one of the only girl members on the UTD gymnastics team. So Alex, what events do you usually do?
I generally work out on beam. I try to do some bars occasionally.
Yeah.
But just a couple of them.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of girls on the team right now. So what are you guys trying to do to try to kind of find more females?
I guess just trying to get the word out on campus. I don't know how many people know
Yeah.
that we even have a team.
Yeah.
So I know some of the local high schools, so I've kind of talked to some of the people on those teams, but I don't know, just getting the word out is the biggest deal.
Yeah. So what would you say to somebody who wants to join or maybe be a little bit more apprehensive about it?
I would say that there's no pressure. It's fun. Everybody's really nice and they want to help.
Yeah.
So it's really, I don't know, just come and try. You
Awesome.
can try it once.
Cool. Well, thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so getting back into other sports, the men's tennis team, unfortunately, they lost earlier today in the first round of the ASC tennis tournament.
Wasn't it to the Ozarks?
Yeah, and they lost 5-1. So unfortunately, their season's over. They've had a bit of a rough year so far. They're only 5-9, so they finished well below 500. But yeah, that does it for them, unfortunately. And I know baseball, though, on the other hand, they're doing really well right now, aren't they?
So baseball is on a 10-game win streak, which is huge. And they're going into their last home series of the season. They're going to be playing McMurray. Those games have been getting delayed because of this rainy weather we've had lately. The fields are just a mess.
Right.
And so currently it's a doubleheader this Saturday and then a single game on Sunday. And so hopefully the weather holds out and we don't have any of those tornadoes or hail or whatever else they're expecting.
Right.
And so, just really, really hoping that they can continue their streak for that.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to play Hardin-Simmons in a series the weekend after away, and that'll close out their season.
Yeah, and I know they've been a really great success story just because looking at how they started the season, I know they struggled a little bit. They're playing, some nationally ranked teams, and you could tell they were having a little bit of trouble finding their rhythm, finding their groove. So it's great to see them, and now they're really gearing up, getting ready for the ASC tournament.
Well, next year is going to be really interesting too because there's about, I think it was 14 to 16 seniors graduating from the baseball team. And so this is actually their senior weekend this weekend, and they're going to recognize the seniors, and it's going to be really nice. So, I mean, if you get a chance, go out.
Yeah.
But, next year they're not going to have those kids.
Yeah.
So.
And the on the other hand, the softball team, they're still struggling a little bit. They're 14-18. And their last few games is going to be against Ozarks. They have a doubleheader on the 24th, and then their final game will be on the 25th. And all those games are going to be at Ozarks in Arkansas.
Well, hopefully they can pull some wins out of there and finish their season close to 500.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it now.
Yeah.
That was our last Sportscast. How do you feel about it, Hannah?
Feeling sort of sad. What are we going to do all summer? I guess we'll have to maybe go take some lessons from the different clubs on campus.
Do some lessons. We could give World Cup analysis. Shout out to the women's national team, Alex Morgan. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right.
But it's been great working with you. Thank you. Celebratory high five.
Thanks, comments.